Hari Om dear students, welcome to our online session. In today's session, we are going to discuss about the third part of the lesson, Madam Rides the Bus. In previous parts, we have discussed about an 8-year girl by name Valli, and she was very interested to take a ride in the bus which used to come to her village very frequently, and also somehow she managed to get into the bus and she was very happy to look at the things which were just around the bus when she was traveling. She used to see through the window and she was very fascinated to see the huge mountains and the green fields and everything, and a little bit annoyed with the conductor and as well as an elderly man and especially the old woman who was eating the betel nuts, and it was almost uh, about to spill from the mouth. In that way she was annoyed and even irritated towards that woman, and she gave when people asked her how are you traveling all alone, how can you manage, and do you know where you are going and what are you doing, she used to say that yeah, I'm not a small girl and I can manage the things, she used to say to the conductor and even to the other people in the bus. So with this we have ended the previous part, and now let us continue the lesson with the third part of the lesson. Okay children, hope you are following it. Her first journey, what careful, painstaking, elaborate plan she had to make for it. She had thriftily saved whatever stray coins came her way, resisting ever temptations to buy peppermints, toys, balloons, and the like, and finally she had saved a total of 60 pies. So here, children, we all know that she had gone to this bus ride, isn't it? So it was this bus ride, the first journey of the little girl Valley was a careful and painstaking. What do you mean by painstaking, children? It is nothing but done it with a great care and thoroughness. So she had planned the journey with a great care and thoroughness and as well as elaborate plans, a big detailed plans. In fact, she had to make it for it. That means she used to do a lot of things to plan for this journey. So what all the things she had done to go for a ride in the bus, let us see now. She had thriftily in the sense, spent money very carefully to save whatever the stray coins came her way. Let us say, whenever people give you money, what do? Let us say your grandparents or your aunt, uncle or your parents, when they gave you some money, what do children? You would like to spend it on the things what you like most, isn't it? Let us say you want to buy a chocolate or an ice cream or a book or something else which you love most. What do? Immediately the moment you get some amount of money, you will spend towards it, isn't it? So in the same way here, whatever the coins came her way, like whenever she gets some money, she used to save it, resisting every temptation. That means she used to have small temptations, like small kind of a interest or liking towards peppermints. You all know peppermints, like no small. See, almost you can say like a gems. What do you eat? Not the insects. Chocolate gems or kind of small chocolates or peppermints, like orange color things. So all these things were kind of a peppermints. So she used to resist to buy. That means she used to not buy. Whenever she used to get money, she never used to spend that coins for buying peppermints or toys. The moment you get money, definitely you will buy the most delicious chocolate, or your interesting toy or balloons, isn't it? Just like this, okay, balloons you might be buying, or some kind of a toys, or some kind of a chocolates or ice creams, whatever you'd like to have. But she resisted to buy all these things. Like, to every temptation, she resisted. That means she was not easily getting tempted towards all these things, because she wanted to go for a ride in the bus, isn't it? And finally she had saved a total of 60 pies. Okay. And how difficult it had been, particularly that day at the village fair, but she had resolutely stifled a strong desire to ride the merry-go-round, even though she had the money. So, just not only she avoided to buy these kind of a peppermints or toys or balloons, children, but especially the day when there was a village fair. Okay, you can see this is a picture of a village fair. So whenever such kind of a fairs are there in village, you will be having a kind of a huge giant wheels, or merry-go-round is nothing but a giant wheel. Okay, a car ride or bike ride, and many toys will be there, isn't it? And in that village fair, it was really difficult for her to resist the things, especially, see, merry-go-round. She had a strong desire to go for a round in the go for a ride in the merry-go-round. She wanted to go for a ride in the merry-go-round. Like it's nothing but a giant wheel. So she wanted to go for a ride in the giant wheel. She had a strong desire for that. But as she wanted to save money to have her first journey in the bus, she resolutely in the sense, purposefully, she controlled that strong desire also. Okay, children, just to have a journey, her first journey in the bus, she had not only resisted her temptations of buying peppermints, toys, balloons, but also she purposefully controlled a strong desire to go for a ride in the giant wheel or merry-go-round, and finally she saved that 60 pies to go to have her first journey. See, children, just a girl of 8 years, when she wanted to go for a ride in the bus, she had done a lot of things. How beautifully she had planned. We call it as a well planned, isn't it? So she had planned so well that she tried to control all her temptations, and finally she saved 60 pies and she went to her first journey. Okay? Yeah. After she had enough money saved, her next problem was how to slip out of the house without her mother's knowledge. So, finally, by resisting all her temptations, the girl have saved 60 pies. What were the temptations, children? Buying peppermints, balloons, toys, to go for a ride in the giant wheel or merry-go-round. So by not doing all these things, the girl saved 65. See how well planned it was, isn't it? And after saving the money, the next problem is how to slip out of the house without her mother's knowledge. So, without her mother's knowledge, how to go in a bus. That was the problem. Let us see how the girl managed to get into the bus without the girl's mother's knowledge. Okay, but she managed this without too much difficulty. Every day after lunch, her mother would nap from about 1 to 4 or so. Wally always used these hours for her excursions as she stood looking from the doorway of her house or sometimes even ventured out into the village. Today, these same hours could be used for her first excursion outside the village. So, after saving the money, it was the next very great problem was how to come out of the house without her mother's knowledge. And finally, she managed without a great difficulty. Like how she managed, children. Every day, her mother used to take a nap. A nap in the sense a small kind of a rest or sleep. So she used to take a nap about 1 to 4 in the afternoon. After lunch, her mother used to sleep for 1 to 4 or some around. And Valli, she always used to use these time period for her excursions. Like whenever she wanted to go out and play or go nearby, she used to use this time period when her mother used to sleep. Hope children you are also doing it na. I know it very well, but it is not so good every time. Okay children? Yeah. So here she used that time to go for excursions. Like excursions in the sense not very big one, just to go out and play. Especially the children who wanted to play cricket or some kind of games outside in the street, they use this time very cleverly. I know it. You are also doing it, isn't it? Most of your parents might be saying all the time. And some of the parents also say to me that especially in the afternoon when we take rest, these children will run away for playing, isn't it? Yeah, in the same way here, Valli, she used this time when her mother was sleeping in the afternoon at 1 to 4. Okay, and see here, she even ventured out in the sense she went cautiously, very carefully she went into the village and play outside in the streets. And especially today in the sense that day, the same time, same as she used for her first excursion outside the village, like no, for her first journey outside the village. You can see mother sleeping in the afternoon. So when the mother was sleeping, Valli, she went out of the house and she went out for her first journey in the bus. Okay, by saving 65. Okay, children? Yeah. The bus rolled on now, cutting across a bare landscape, now rushing through a tiny hamlet or past an odd wayside shop. Sometimes the bus seemed on the point of gobbling up another vehicle that was coming towards them or a pedestrian crossing the road. But lo, somehow it passed on smoothly, leaving all obstacles safely behind. Trees came running towards them, but then stopped as the bus reached them and simply stood there helpless for a moment by the side of the road before rushing away in the other direction. So when this Valli was observing everything like a green fields and the mountains and the palm trees and all, the bus was rolling and now it was cutting across a bare landscape. That means a huge landscape area where it was nothing, just like empty land. And it was just like running through a tiny hamlet in the sense it is small village, lesser than her own village, like small area where people live. In this way, the bus was crossing the landscape or the hamlets or small odd wayside shops, like shops which were on the both the sides of the road. So she was observing the huge landscapes and small areas where people live, and wayside shops and all these things. And sometimes the bus seemed on the point of the gobbling up another vehicle that was coming towards them. Sometimes she used to see that the vehicles were coming, and her own bus was just crossing, and it was crossing even the pedestrian in the sense the people who walk on the road, isn't it? Just the people who go by walk on the road. So she had seen the vehicle crossing another vehicle or the pedestrians, and sometimes it is going very smoothly, leaving all the obstacles. Obstacles in the sense, what do you mean by obstacle, children? Whatever the things which comes across, whatever obstruct this. So the bus used to go on in that way, and the trees came running towards them. It is not that really trees are coming, like the bus was going in such a way that the girl was feeling that the trees are coming towards them. And when finally the bus stopped and they reached them. Who reached them here, children? The trees reached them and simply stood there helpless for a moment by the side of the road before rushing away in another direction. So she had seen when the bus was going very quickly, okay, it was when the bus was rushing on the road, she felt that the trees were also running. They came running, the trees were running, and finally when the bus stopped, here the girl felt that these trees simply, they stood helpless for a moment and again waiting to rush in some other direction. Actually the trees are running, children, here. No, the trees are not running, but here the girl is feeling so. Even generally, children, when we travel in a train or a bus, we can see in a distant, okay, very far away, the trees are running along with us. And when we stop, we feel that those trees are also stopped and they are awaiting to go in some other direction. So in the same way here the girl is feeling that the trees are running along with her. Okay. Suddenly, Wally clapped her hands with glee. A young cow, tail high in the air, was running very fast right in the middle of the road, right in front of the bus. So when she was seeing all these things, the trees and the other vehicles, suddenly she started clapping her hands very happily. And there she had seen a young cow with the tail in the air. You can see the tail just almost above. Generally the tail of the animal will be down, but here the tail of the cow is in the air, and it was running fast right in the middle of the road. So the cow was running in the middle of the road right in front of the bus, just like no across the road, you can say. So the cow was running across the road with its tail in the air, and by seeing that cow, Wally started clapping very happily. The bus slowed down to crawl, and the driver sounded his horn loudly again and again. But the more he honked, the more frightened the animal became, and faster it galloped, always right in front of the bus. So when this bus was running very quickly, this driver of the bus, he slowed down the vehicle, because if he goes in the same speed, he may hit the cow, isn't it? So he slowed down his bus, and the driver, he started sounding his horn. He started blowing his horn again and again. But here the animal was more frightened after hearing this horn sound, and it started going like no faster. It galloped. It's just moving very quickly, and it was more frightened after hearing this horn sound, and it was always right in front of the bus. It was moving in front of the bus itself. It was going in front of the bus itself. It's not moving away. Somehow, this was very funny to Valli. She laughed and laughed until there were tears in her eyes. Hey, lady, haven't you laughed enough? Called the conductor. Better save some for tomorrow. So when she was seeing this incident, like no, this cow when it was crossing the road and it was running with its tail in the air, and the driver when he was blowing the horn and the animal was not moving, the total incident made Valli to laugh again. It seemed very funny to Valli, and she laughed and laughed again and again till the tears were coming in her eyes. And finally the conductor of the bus, she said, "Hey lady, haven't you laughed enough?" That means he's saying that you have laughed much enough, and better save some for tomorrow. Generally, we do say this when somebody is laughing too much. What do we say? Stop it and save some for tomorrow. We say no. In the same way, here the conductor is saying to the girl that, "Hey lady, hope you have laughed too much. Better save some for tomorrow," he said. At last, the cow moved off the road, and soon the bus came to a railroad crossing. A speck of a train could be seen in distance, growing bigger and bigger as it drew near. Then it rushed past the crossing gate with a tremendous roar and rattle, shaking the bus. Then the bus went on and passed the train station. So finally, after some time, the cow, it moved off. The cow went off the road and bus continued its journey. After some time, they have come across the railroad crossing. You can see in the picture railroad crossing, and it's a speck in the sense it's a tiny spot where the train could be, the train will be just passing through. I hope all of you know what is a railroad crossing. Most of you might have seen it. Okay, so when the bus was standing with here, when the bus was stopped here, Valli could see a speck of train. That means a small, tiny spot of a train was with somewhere. It was seen very distantly. At a certain point of distance, she could see a speck of a train, like a small dot of a train. It was slowly coming bigger and bigger, and it just rushed through the gate. It just crossed through the gate with a tremendous, that means a great roar and rattle, and shaking the bus. You can imagine that the train was just slowly, it was coming somewhere, and finally when it was just nearer to you, when you are standing at the gate, it just moves with a great speed and a great roar, shaking all the other vehicles which were standing. So in the same way here, Valli could see all these things. Well, like no, the train was just crossing the railroad with a great roar and speed, and the bus went on past the train station. After that, the bus it just passed the train station. From there, it traversed a busy, well laid out shopping street, and turning entered a wider thoroughfare. So here, after the rail passed, the train passed here, this bus it just moved on, and it traversed, that means it traversed in the sense traveled across a busy, well laid shopping street. It was a street where huge shops are there and people are moving here and there, and it was a huge shopping street. The bus went there with which was a very wider thoroughfare in the sense a busy public road. Generally, when number of shops are there, it will be busy with the public, isn't it? So after crossing this train station, the bus had gone to this busy street where many people were there. Such big, bright looking shops, what glittering display of clothes and other merchandise. So here when the bus was just moving across a huge street where many shops were there, the girl was just staring at the shops and she was feeling that big bright looking shops. So there were many shops which were really a bright and big, and she was also feeling that all the displays of clothes were glittering in a sense shining displays of clothes and other merchandise, other things, and such big crowds. Struck dumb with wonder while they gaped at everything. So when she was just looking at that, such a huge crowds and big shops, she struck dumb in the sense she was surprised with wonder, and she gasped in the sense looked with eyes wide open. She was just looking surprisingly at all those shops and the huge crowd of people. Then the bus stopped and everyone got off except Wali. So after finally when they have reached this market street, the bus was stopped and everyone, all the passengers of the bus were getting off the bus. They were getting down, getting off in the sense they were coming down, okay, getting off the bus except Wali. Wali was still sitting in the bus itself. Hey, lady, said the conductor, aren't you ready to get off? This is as far as here, 30 pies takes you. So when everyone was getting off the bus and only Valli was sitting in the bus, immediately the conductor said that, hey lady, aren't you not ready? Aren't you ready to get off? That means, um, why are you not getting down? Are you not getting down of the bus? And this is the place where you have to get down, and that 30 pies what you have paid is just the fare till here, he said. And then Wali said, no, Wali said, I'm going back on this same bus. She took another 30 pies from her pocket and handed the coins to the conductor. So when the conductor asked, aren't you coming down, and the amount which you have paid is only the fare till here, immediately Wali said that no, I'm not going to get down, and I'm going to go back again in the same bus, by saying that she took out another 30 pies and from her pocket and gave that to the conductor. Okay, why is something matter? Sorry, why is something the matter? No, nothing the matter. I just felt like having a bus ride, that's all. So here, when immediately the girl gave the other 30 pies for another ticket, like the return ticket, immediately conductor asked, why, is there anything wrong or what is the matter? And immediately girl said that no, nothing. I just wanted to have a ride in the bus. I have come, that's all, she said. Don't you want to have a look at the sights now that you are here? So immediately the conductor asked that, okay, however you have come here, don't you want to have a look at the sights? Don't you want to see all the things when you are here? He asked. And the girl said, all by myself. Oh, I would be much too afraid. The girl said that. Oh, all by myself. No. I will be afraid a lot, she said, and immediately greatly amused by girl's way of speaking, the conductor said, but you weren't afraid to come in the bus. Nothing to be afraid of about that, she answered. So when the girl said that, oh, I can't go out and see all the things, I'm too much afraid, immediately the conductor said that, oh, like no, he was little amused in the sense surprised of the girl's way of speaking, because till then she was very confident and even brave, isn't it? And suddenly she was saying that, oh, by myself, no, I'm afraid. The conductor was little amused and like a little surprised, and the conductor said that But you aren't afraid to come in this bus. But you're not afraid to come in the bus, no? Then why are you afraid to see all these things? He asked, and the girl said, nothing to be afraid of about the bus. What is there to afraid to come in the bus? We can come again, go back in the same bus. But I don't want to get down and have a look at the things, she said. Well, then, why not go to that stall over there and have something to drink? Nothing to be afraid of about that either. Oh no, I couldn't do that. Well then, let me bring you a cool drink. So, when finally the girl was too afraid to get down and have a look at these shops and the other things, then the conductor said that, oh, okay, leave it. Well, but why can't we go to that stall and have something to drink? And the girl said that, no, no, nothing to be afraid of either, but I don't want to go there, she said. And then the finally conductor said that, okay, then let me bring you a cool drink, he said. No, I don't have enough money. Just give me my ticket, that's all. It will be my treat and not cost you anything. So the girl said that when conductor asked, okay, let me go and get a cool drink for you, immediately girl said that, no, 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 I don't want any cool drink because I don't have money. You just give me the ticket, that's enough, the girl said. But the conductor said that no, no need to pay any money. It will be my treat and not cost anything to you. Like no need of paying any money. It's my treat, the conductor said. No, no, no. She said firmly, please no. The conductor shrugged and they waited until it was time for the bus to begin the return journey. Again, there weren't many passengers. So, when this conductor asked that it will be my treat and no need of paying any money, the girl said very strongly, please no, I don't want any cool drink, she said. And then the conductor, he just shrugged in the sense, just okay, it's your wish. Just moving the shoulders like this, he shrugged, and they waited till the time when the bus return journey starts. And even during the return journey, there were not many passengers, and finally they have started the return journey to the village. Hope you have understood this part of the lesson, children. If you have any doubts, try to contact us so that we will clarify your doubts. Hari Om. Thank you.